Hey, what's up guys? 65 Lokes here, back with another video for scale riders. Wanted to go ahead and show you guys some of the Tamiya inventory that we currently have in stock right now. I still have another shipment of some more Tamiya product coming in, and let's just go right ahead and we'll start from this top over here in this section. Um, we pretty much have a little bit of everything from compound sponges to the craft cotton swab. These the polishing compound sponges come in handy, when you're already in that final clear coat stage and you want to polish up your vehicle. So you pretty much use the sides there, that white part, to rub on the body. And the blue portion, that's where your fingers are pretty much going to be holding the sponge there. So you have two sides on each, and then as you can see, one's a little bit smaller, medium, and then to the bigger size. These over here, these craft cotton swabs come in very handy, especially when laying down bare metal foil. I find to use these quite helpful when I'm laying down the foil and you want to get into those little crevices, and you want to, you can use your finger, but you can also, get in those little crevices with either with the pointy one or even this one right here that's like a round flat section. Then right over here we also have these here. These are some weathering sponge brushes. I have it in the medium and the fine that you can also use. I know Tamiya sells those little, weathering kits as well, but you can use these as sponges in case if you mess up the one that it comes with. You also can get some extras. Right over here, at the moment I got the 5mm masking tape for curves, and this tape is pretty cool because you can do some radiuses, especially like if you're covering up some areas on the model car that you don't want to get paint on. You can definitely use that right there. Then I also have some small 2mm fine line tape right here that you can also use if you want to, like, lay out some patterns. I have 1mm coming out in the way as well. This is even quite smaller than the two, and that's pretty thin. This piece of foam here is a holder, so if you have any of the Tamiya products with the glues that they have, the liquid cements, you pretty much take out the center and that will fit good in there, And this is for the 40 milliliter bottle. On this side, we have the decal scissors. So I know there's like lots of scissors out there, but these ones here, they're specially for cutting out your decals from the sheet. So you have options, you could either use the hobby knife or the scissors. And I mean, it's best to have multiple scissors, especially, when you're doing different things, whether you're cutting plastic or paper. But for the decals, you want to have your special scissors set aside only for that, nothing else, because you don't want to mess up and dull the blades on there. And right over here to the side, we have a couple of pin vices here. It shows the millimeter as to what it will accept when you place your drill bits in there. And one's a, obviously a smaller one. And then we tend to always have this like bigger, regular size one. But this one's pretty cool. It's more of like a micro pin vise. And then over on this side, we have this craft side cutter. This is intended for plastic and soft metal. So, if you're cutting metal, make sure it's very soft and bendable, because if not, I mean, you're definitely you're gonna mess up the blade for sure. I've sure enough did it in the past. I was trying to cut out some of that KNS. I believe it's like a piano wire. It's like super thick, and even though it's thin, but it's hard to cut. But for this, I had to get another one, and pretty much I mostly use it for the plastic. It cuts it really smooth. But just be careful, and like it says there, it's soft metal. Moving down along, we also have some of the abrasive sanding sheets from 180 to 4320 that are in this pack right here, and you could pretty much, cut each section. I recommend a ruler with your hobby knife and just cut out the thickness or width that you want on your sanding pad. Right over here we have this long nose cutter. This tool here, I would say it's more geared towards people that are in the RC world, but I know that now, a lot of people are working with, adding lights and wirings to their model car kits now. So, I mean, this could come in handy if you want to cut wire, you know, or if you want to basically, you know, it's almost like another option for tweezers as well. If you want to be, you know, using, you know, pulling or pushing things away in the model car. So this is just another option right here. This over here that we have, it's engraving blade holder. This works really great with these ones over here. So as you can see, we have the fine engraving blade. This is 0.1 millimeter. And then down over here, this is a modeling flat chisel blade. So it has a 2 millimeter width. So with this, let me see how close I can get to the blade there. So this here as a chisel, it works great when you're trying to get rid of just small little areas that have excess styrene that you want to get rid of. This would be used more towards inscribing the panel lines on your car, or if you were doing a Gundam, you can also you know, inscribe the areas there to deepen them. And so going back over here, we have a photo etch file. So a lot of times when we cut the photo etch parts from the tree, you know, it has a little bit of excess on the edges, and you can either use scissors, but once you get down to really small, there's a portion where you just can't cut no more. So this is the file that I would recommend you use. It's specifically made for the photo etch, and that comes in very handy. Right over here we have a couple different sets of files. It's a pack of 3 of each. The first one is the basic set file for smooth double cut, and the other one is the basic set file medium double cut. So I would say that this one's a little bit more rougher right here, more coarse than the one over here on this side. This one's a little bit more finer, but they're very complementary to each other. They could work great side by side. A lot of the times I tend to use the basic file to knock things down, and then as soon as I'm getting close to the area, I move on to the smooth, and then from there with the sanding pads. Over here on this side, we also have this 18 millimeter masking tape, and this is, I mean, some of their most popular tapes that a lot of people use either for mock-ups for your builds, or even just to hold things in place, to back mask, to cover up your model when you're going to paint. Definitely come in handy, and they come in this dispenser cup. So we also have the refills, so once you run out, trust me, it's going to last forever. I rarely go through them, but we do have the refills just in case if you're using a ton of tape. And then right over here, this is a masking. This is another option for masking tape. It has a plastic sheet, so pretty much, let's just say you were going to paint like the hood, right, of your car, and you don't want to waste so much tape covering the rest of the car. You want to do this quick. So pretty much you cut a piece of this roll, you tape it down to the area where you want to basically before you paint, and then the back portion of the plastic, it's going to cover up that whole section of the car that you don't want to get no paint on. And it comes off easy. And so that's that there. And then one of the final items here is just alligator clip. It's just, one that pretty much works with that stand that they make that you could clip on, but you could pretty much put on different areas that you see there. You could even hold it as you're painting a small little piece. Let's say you're spraying like a steering wheel or something and it fell off the tree. You could just clip it on and then hold on the other part and just spray from there. So these are some of the stuff that I have right now. I'm going to be getting more stuff in, and hope you guys like the video. I'll keep doing more videos just kind of showcasing and explaining some of the tools that I have and what they do. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at ScaleWriters, and visit the website. I'll put a link in the description. That's scalewriters.com. All right, guys, peace out. Be safe.